All right, people, Catfish Dave here. It's August 20 something, I don't know. My birthday was the 20th, which was Monday. This is Friday, so it's however long past that. Just turned 51 years old. I've been YouTubing for, about a year and 3 or 4 months now. And I'm in a backwater creek, just a creek. Now, this creek comes in off of Backwater Cove, which feeds into Tennessee River, Fort Loudon, probably half-mile from here. This is an old abandoned boat ramp. It's all grown up, fenced off. I got some people living across from me here. This thing is maybe 20 yards across. I'm figuring 8 to 10 foot depth. It's a full moon, and I didn't get no I didn't catch no gizzard shad tonight. I was going to and fish somewhere else, another backwater creek. But I was wanting to have some cut baits for it. There's a big old boat tournament coming in or something. Bass tournament. And anyway, too many boats. So I just brought a few live baits. And I'm going to throw a couple live baits out here on floats. And we're basically flathead fishing on a full moon. I don't like a full moon, but I got rained out last weekend. That's how y'all got that excuses video. And when I stopped to catch bluegills up the road, I run into old Panfish Bill up there. And he had went somewhere and caught a few yellow bullheads. So he gave me one. I took my lineman pliers and cut the fins off it, and I'm gonna put it on one of my floats. So I've got it. I'll probably put a little green sunfish on the other one. So it's full moon. It's probably about an hour after dark. I got a late start, by the time I get off work, shower, eat. But let's get these baits out, see what we can get on them. Get her done. Of course, I don't never bring a chair, nothing to sit on. So I'm gonna stand out here in my Ariat boots on this concrete for the next couple hours, I guess. I'm not gonna stay out super late. I'm gonna give it till probably about 11:30. Nothing happens, I'm gonna get me some rest, because tomorrow night I'm probably gonna pull a late night or so. Get a little more serious. This trip is fairly close to the house here. I didn't have to drive real far to get here. I've honestly never used a bullhead for bait. I've used a 14, 15-inch channel cap for bait before. Didn't get nothing on it at the time. Bullheads in my area, Tennessee, are pretty hard to come by. The main Tennessee River, they're really not in there. There's too many dominant other species of catfish in there. Now this is up in a creek, so it's possible there could be naturally bullheads up in here. I don't know, because I never throw a bait small enough to catch one. So what I like about live baiting with the floats is if you weight a live bait down, he's right there and that's it. On these floats, man, stuff moves around. Just a lot more movement, vibrations and stuff going on in the water. These creeks kind of flow in and then they'll flow out, flow in. Right now it's flowing in, and it's got both my floats pulled hard to the right, so they're all kind of close together right now. One thing about that bullhead, as long as he don't get hung up, No matter how many times this current changes back and forth, if I've got to reel him in 2 or 3 times tonight, he'll stay alive. Now that bluegill, he won't take too much abuse. The beautiful thing about them big floats is if something nails it, the buoyancy of the float will hook the fish. So I'll find out sooner or later if I got something or not. I got rained out last weekend, man. I need a good flathead on video since it's my birthday, you know. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Catfish Dave. Happy birthday to me. Moon's up getting pretty high. It actually rose before dark. Started coming up about an hour and a half before dark. I ain't never caught a lot of fish on a full moon. Usually, if I'm lucky, I'll get 1 or something. I have successfully made 3 full moon flathead videos, so it's not impossible. We're getting closer and closer to fall. We're about a month off from when I start hooking some bigger blue cats. Since we're really not in that stage yet, that's why I'm just flathead fishing. Really dead, really slow, that's typical for a full moon. It's not impossible to get at least 1 though. Uh-oh, there goes my float. I got something on here. Whatever it is, he ain't big enough to pull that float under, but I'm gonna see what I got. Little bitty old flathead. Hit that green sunfish. Well, I'll be. I told you it ain't impossible to get one on a full moon. Boy, he's a little bitty old thing, ain't he? Little bitty old thing. I'm surprised he got that green sunfish in his mouth. I don't have any more bait, so I'm gonna go back up to the truck. I'm gonna let that bullhead do his thing. If I got 1, I'm gonna try a little bit later here. Little bitty old flathead. I bet you that fish don't weigh 2 pounds. Ah. Woo! He ain't no beast, but it's better than getting skunked on a full moon. He was lively coming in, he was lively leaving back out. I knew he couldn't be big because he didn't pull that float under. Well, let me go up here and get another bluegill. Pretty good sized bluegill. He's a real lively one too. I caught that flathead on a green sunfish, and I got a green sunfish up there, but he's a little bitty thing. I mean, he's almost too small. There we go, man. We'll try for 1 more. The way this current's going back and forth, if I throw it out there at all, it's just going to end up with my other float over there. So I've just got it sitting right in front of me here. Like I say, that drops straight down into about 8 foot of water right there. That's where I caught the last one, man, right in front of my feet. Old panfish Bill, He's flathead fishing too. He started off where I was over trying to catch bait. He asked me about another spot because I was driving by there. Asked if there was people there, and I'm like, yeah, there were so many people I didn't even throw my cast net. I was gonna net some shad, but there were so many people there. I knew full moon's gonna be real slow, you know, but it's not impossible, so it's dead overhead right now. Maybe if I can stay here long enough for it to cross over the trees, maybe they'll actually pick up, who knows. It wouldn't surprise me though if that one little flathead's all I'm gonna get. Like I say, I'm not real crazy about a full moon. I'm fishing it because I got rained out last weekend. Had to put out the old excuses video. This place was close. And I try to fish different places as much as I can. Like I say, I'm in a little creek for y'all local people. This is the creek that runs through Louisville Marina. This is the old shut down boat ramp. Like I say, it's not even 20 yards across. 8 to 10 foot deep through here. Oh, shoot. Dag blasted dog's gonna start barking all night. Well, I can say one thing for that old bullhead. I've never used one, but that is a lively bait. He has moved and moved and moved all night long. Uh-oh. My bluegill's dancing around right there. Usually when they start moving out of nowhere, a lot of times it's because something spooked them. That's what happened right before I got that last flathead. It kind of doom. Got me some old green tea. Found some old pecans in the truck. I'm gonna sit this out a little longer. 1 2-pound flathead just ain't satisfying me. He's moving that float so good, I had to reel him in and check and make sure that wasn't a small flathead on there. Lively little thing, man. He's done wore a hole in his side. He's moving so much. Boy, that's a lively bait. Now, it ain't caught nothing, but boy, it sure is lively. Like I say, we're out here on a slow full moon bite. You got on a good flathead bite with one of those things, you might do some good. I just tied that float on there tonight. That was my last regular size wild wolf cat bobber. My last one. Never caught a fish on it. I've lost 3 of them things here in the last little while. That current pulled hard. I just pulled it way up into the bank over there. I couldn't see what it was in. Oh well. Actually, I believe I see that float drifting back up towards me. I may actually get it back. That current shifted back and brought me my float back anyway. Well, I feel better about that anyhow. All right, people, came out tonight, target flatheads. We don't have flathead heavy waters in my part of Tennessee. My waters are ruled by blue cat, but we do have flatheads. Typically my bigger blues come in fall, so I like to break up the mix, do something different, and I do like to occasionally fish for the flatheads. I wasn't taking tonight real serious by coming up here in this little creek, but it was a full moon, so I don't take them too serious anyway. I have videoed 4 times in a full moon this year, and I caught a flathead every time but just one, and then it just shut off. But anyway, the fish tonight, it was small. It was my intended target fish. I'm kind of happy about that, even though it was a little dank. Ended up, that bullhead, you know, I was impressed by its liveliness. Like I was telling old Panfish Bill, I don't know how well these cats in here will hit a bullhead because the bullheads aren't really in this system. They're up in the, way up in the little creeks and stuff, you know. And I haven't caught a catfish using the Catfish yet. I haven't done it that much. Maybe I'll try more of it later on in the year. First bullhead attempt was no good, but like I say, it was a full moon. And we're just gonna have to call this a old dinkfish video. This little creek in here, I've never videoed here. It was somewhere different. I showed up, I figured there'd be some flatheads in here, and there was one anyway. It is what it is. This is a video. There was a fish in the video, so that makes it a fishing video. And this is Catfish Dave, signing out.